So if we take a look here on this left one, as I said, you were leaning towards target, that right hand way over the top, right shoulder very much higher than the sort of it wants to be. You're kind of in this position, right hip sort of sticking outwards there, almost like your right hip's the furthest thing out this way, okay?
Yeah.
Now that would cause the club face to come back, aiming to the right. Your fix of that was going to go very steep across the golf ball and pull everything as hard left as you can. So we can see when you swing the golf club back now, you go towards target with your body shape. So as you swing up here now, your spine angle is leaning a long way towards target. You're not able to make a full backswing. So now when you unwind from here now, you're going to be over the top, which kind of will help the ball start further left. But as I say, at what cost? You get down here now and you said you realise that your head's going to be too far in front. There's no way you can square that club face up. So what do? You swing across the golf ball and then use your hands to kind of flick it. So your hands are back here now, sort of scooping the golf club to try and save the golf shot, yeah? And it sometimes works, but at what cost? Say, usually your contact's a bit heavy and a bit thinny. If you do get a reasonable contact, the ball's going to go quite high and scoopy, and obviously you're going to have some left to right shape to it, okay? So we've got to get you in a position. Now, this was the change you made pre-lift the club in the air. This is certainly better, but when you go through this, the club there's at 12 o'clock, we'll turn it in the fingers. I mean, I probably think when you're on the golf course, maybe there would be enough, but in this case, you go a bit more than that, which is fine. That's probably where your practice will be. So when you put the club down now, we can see, yeah, that club face is really closed. So how you're going to fix that, you're going to push this hip towards target, this shoulder up, and then basically turn your torso around there. So your hands are further forward that way, yeah? So look at the difference in the setup there. Okay. I mean, just a different shadow. Look where the shadow is on your jumper, yeah? Where the shadow is down the middle there, okay, because of your head now. And again, you felt when you were in this position like your head was miles behind the golf ball.
It's not.
Like that, yeah? And again, from there now, as you go back, you'll find it easier to rotate. You do still slide a little bit, but your spine now is a little bit more upright, so you're at least still behind the ball. And then when you come back to impact there was your hands not far from impact last time. That's just after impact. Look where the hands are there. I mean, they're getting a bit more onto the left side, and when you swing through, you finish up on your left side. Follow through is great, to be fair, real good sort of twisted through, and you're staying on that left side a lot more. What you find on that video on Sawgrass, and the ones before, is when you get to here, then you would fall backwards. But that was you just trying to send it left because you knew, well, the ball's going to curve right. And it's human nature. If the ball keeps going right, you do something. You're bound to. But the problem is what you end up doing is not necessarily going to be a description of a good golf swing. Off the back foot, flicking it, roll the hands out to in, all that kind of jazz, yeah? If we see some shots now, like those last half dozen, going left that way, the way you're going to want to fix it now when you're up here at the top of the backswing, you go, okay, my golf ball from here is going to go more to the left. You're going to now want to move your hip that way. You're going to want your hands to be leading as they hit the golf ball. You're going to want the club to work more from the inside, yeah? Because it makes sense to do it, yeah? The club's in a stronger position. It's going to send the ball more to your target. So from practice, and differentiate between practice and play. So tomorrow you're playing, I wouldn't do this on the golf. Unless you start this like you're losing everything way to the right, I wouldn't do this on the course tomorrow. Yeah? Just put the club down, go into what you feel is the best sort of position you can get into. That was sort of less from this swing on the left-hand side, but not quite as far as you want to go. But that's a playable position, yeah? That's kind of like evolved. So there's where you were, there's the twisted position. We want to eventually get here, but while you're on the golf course playing, sort of an in-between setup will give you kind of a 10-yard pull with a fade. That's playable, isn't it, yeah? And then when you practice, you do this, you turn the club face, you get yourself more into that position, yeah? So from a checkpoint perspective, your hands are over your foot, the lead arm and the club are nicely in line, your head's behind the golf ball, and then, as I say, as a swing thought, more so in practice, I say, that hip now is going to go behind you, yeah? You're going to get that twisting on the way back. But that's going to have to happen once the ball just continues to go left on you.
Yeah, so it's a work in progress.
Oh, yeah, of course, mate. But again, to be fair, big strides from where you are. I mean, if I said you did a few 6-irons, 184 with a bit of draw an hour or so ago, you'd been like, don't be daft.
No.
So...
Well, when was the last time I ever hit 7-iron 170?
Well, exactly, yeah.
Never.
Yeah, but the shape of shot now is looking more like you want to see it eventually, yeah?
So on the course tomorrow, this is what I'd kind of be like.
Yeah, so club down and have it. The hand, yeah, you can do that stuff with your right hand there, yeah, that's good.
I'd probably just do this.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you can get into that position sufficiently enough on the course to hit maybe a less of a slice and then just play your normal swing. So when you're on the golf course, it starts a bit left, it might drift back to target. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, yeah? You'll reduce the amount of slice you're going to get, so. Okay, mate?